There's an interesting story. This Bible worker came to a town and to give a Bible study. I went to the house of a lady, I think it was, and knocked. She opened the door. And he came in and she agreed to get the Bible study. And he started to talk about Jesus. And the lady said, or it was a lady or a man, I know that guy you're talking about. The Bible worker says, well, I'm glad to know that. She says, he lives down the street. The Bible worker said, no. Jesus lives in heaven. The lady said, no. This man lives down the street. The Bible worker said, no, sister. I hate to correct you in your own house. Jesus does not live on earth. He lives in heaven. The lady insisted. She said, come with me. I'll show you this man. He lives down the street. The two of them walked down the street, went to a house and knocked. Out came an elderly gentleman with a pleasant look on his face, a voice like music. He said, hello, how may I help you? And the old lady said, there he is. According to what you said, that's Jesus. Now that man had lived a godly life. Are you with me? And so the lady, having observed him, she said, well, he lives down the street. Jesus says, I am. You and I, attached to Jesus, it must be said of us, what is Sabbath keeping? Watch him. What is forgiveness? Watch her as she interacts with those who abuse her. That is forgiveness in action. That is forgiveness in high heels or low heels, whatever heels she's wearing. What is temperance? I'll tell you what temperance is. Wait until the Adventists have a potluck. Watch that man. That's temperance. Watch him, how he eats and how much. Say amen. That's temperance. That's temperance. Don't give me words, show me temperance. And so, my brothers and sisters, we must be sermons in shoes. Noah was a sermon in shoes. What is righteousness? Well, I can't see Jesus. Look at Noah. Now, the righteousness isn't his, it is Christ in him. Are you listening to me? But it's righteousness nonetheless. That's righteousness. Where? Right there. Yeah, that man. What is love? That woman. That's love. Just observe her life. She doesn't have love. She is love. Because she and Christ are so closely united. What Christ is at the human level, she is. Oh, you missed it. Notice I said, whatever Christ was at the human level, she is, because she and Christ are one. If you and Christ are one, what Christ is at the human level, so you are. What shall I say unto the children of Israel? I am that I am. My brothers and sisters, go to 1 John chapter 2. Let's read verse 7 and 8. Verses 7 and 8. 1 John 2, verses 7 and 8. Do you have that? Brethren, I write no new commandment unto you, but an old commandment which ye had from the beginning. The old commandment is the word which ye have heard from the beginning. Now read verse 8. Again, a new commandment I write unto you. Read the next few words. Which thing is true? Go on. Listen to me. Whatever is true in God must be true in his offspring. Who are his offspring? We are the offspring of the Godhead. Whatever is true in God must be true in us. That, on that principle, Jesus told the scribes and Pharisees, if ye were Abraham's children. You remember that verse? How does the verse end? Ye would do the works of Abraham. What do cats produce? Little cats. We call them kittens, but they're little cats. What do horses produce? Little horses. What do eagles produce? Little eagles. What does God produce through the act of conversion? Little Christ-like people. Now, not gods, because you can't create God, you understand me? But Conversion produces a being, listen to me carefully, who, when fully developed, is as close to God as any created being has ever been. Let me say it again, slowly. Genuine conversion and the progress that follows produces a being who will ultimately be as close to God and as much like God as is possible for a created being. Conflict and Courage, I believe it's page 21, paragraph 5. Ellen White writes these words: God created man for his own glory, that after test and trial, the human family might become one with the heavenly family. Amen. That was God's original desire. After a while, if Adam and Eve passed the test, even unfallen beings are tested, God, in his mysterious way, would have united the human family with the heavenly family, producing a sort of a hybrid that would be the highest created being in all the universe. It was God's purpose to repopulate heaven with the human family if they would show themselves obedient to his every word. And here comes my word again. If they would show themselves obedient to his every word, it was God's original desire to unite humanity with divinity in a way that would produce a being second only to God.